Welcome back. A little breaking news as we near the end of the program. The President of the United States today gave an interview to two reporters from the New York Times. In that, he suggests that the former Obama National Security Advisor, Susan Rice, may have committed a crime in his view by unmasking, by getting the names of Trump transition officials who were listed in intelligence documents. Here's what the President told the New York Times. I think it's going to be the biggest story. It's such an important story for our country and the world. It's one of the big stories of our time. Asked if he thought Susan Rice had committed a crime, the President said, "Do I think? Yes, I think." Now, Democrats say this is a big distraction. It's a confusing story. It's a complicated story. In the few minutes we have, though, for a President of the United States to say he thinks someone has committed a crime when that President of the United States and his team are being looked at by the FBI, by the Senate Intelligence Committee, by the House Intelligence Committee. Some people laugh about this, back and forth, the finger pointing, but this is a big deal.
This is worrisome for two reasons. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. One is that we talked about it in the campaign. It's worrisome when the president threatens to jail his political opponents, whether it's Hillary Clinton before or Susan Rice now. That's not typically what we do in America. The second thing that's worrisome is we usually have the president doesn't weigh in on what DOJ should do. The president does, in theory, run DOJ, can manage that. He usually does not weigh in on whether someone committed a crime or not. So usually Obama was always aware of not saying, yes, someone committed a crime or no, they didn't. So it's very unusual for him to do that, and sort of a real break with norms is really important to think about.
He declined to say, Michael, the President, he declined to say if he had personally reviewed new intelligence to bolster his claim, but pledged to explain himself, quote, at the right time.
Yeah, this Susan Rice story is not exactly President Obama manipulating the microwaves inside Trump Tower, but it is a legitimate distraction for him and one that he's going to keep playing up here. I can tell you that the news on the Susan Rice made yesterday inside the White House, they are asking additional questions about what other decisions she made inside the White House that should have been made inside the Pentagon.
Right. And if Obama administration officials were improperly unmasking these names or improperly spreading intelligence around or improperly even gossiping about what Trump transition officials were caught up in, they should be held accountable for that. They should be held accountable for that. Just as if the president's team colluded with the Kremlin in any way during the hacking, they should be held accountable for that. But when there's an investigation going on, aren't the responsible parties supposed to say, let's wait for the facts? And this responsible party is the President of the United States.